Right now, more than 100 million Americans have prediabetes or diabetes. A simple blood sugar test can save your life. Don't be afraid of the diagnosis. It is possible to be a healthy diabetic. Hi, I'm Leanne Rains-Benedetto, and this is The Healthy Diabetic, a show committed to empowering millions of Americans affected by diabetes. I'm at the Eastern Virginia Medical School's Strelitz Diabetes Center in Norfolk, Virginia. This is one of the finest diabetes centers in the world, dedicated to excellence in patient care, innovative research, and education. Strelitz and other diabetes centers like it are critically important to people like me. I am a type 1 diabetic, so I know how it feels to be diagnosed, to struggle with your blood sugar, and to deal with worried family members. You're not alone. Believe it or not, it's easier than ever to be a healthy diabetic.
Oh, you got the best of love and the emotions right here on 92.9 The Wave and the Morning Wave with Jennifer Roberts, Paul McCoy, Dick Lamb.
If you catch it at the right time, you get ahead of the ballgame.
Morning radio personality Dick Lamb is talking about diabetes. He's been at the top of the morning radio game for more than 25 years, and on top of his health as well. Medical checkups every 6 months made the early diagnosis from the doctor more manageable, but the news was still pretty shocking.
I usually have lab work done the week before, and they check blood and whatever else. And he looks down and he said, "Good grief." He said, "You know, I think you're diabetic." What?
A high A1C result led to the diagnosis. An A1C test measures your average blood sugar for the past 2 or 3 months.
It was in the mid to upper 6s, and I think a 7 is the bad news.
An A1C in the upper 6s meant Dick had an average daily blood sugar of about 150. That's almost twice as high as it should be. To become a healthy diabetic, Dick's doctor sent him straight to a nutritionist who said,
"Don't worry about the sweets. Don't worry about that. Carbs. Keep an eye on the carbs." And I lost about 10, 12 pounds.
The doctor told Dick his early diagnosis gave him more control over the disease.
Not going to recommend that you have to take any shots or even any medicine. But let's see if we can control this with diet and exercise.
The diet came easy, and he commits to exercise at least 3 times a week.
I'm in the gym maybe hour and a half to 2 hours, and it's real weightlifting, and it's then cardio stuff. Get on an elliptical machine or take a 3 or 4 mile brisk walk. They used to be jogs. They've gone to walks. 92.9 The Wave.
Each diabetic has a different path to success.
Yeah, what do you got?
For Dick Lamb, early diagnosis and an immediate commitment to eat right and exercise made him a healthy diabetic.
Well, I'm glad I did catch it when I did, and it didn't get any worse. I do hear from time to time that it will probably get worse with age, but you can do a lot to hold that off if you will watch the diet and the exercise. I'd walk by my father. He had come home from work and he's sitting there in his chair. The soot is all in, and it's 90 degrees outside anyhow. And he'd say, "Boy, let me tell you something. When you grow up, don't ever have to work for a living." And so far,
Look at you.
I've been successful.